Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I am going to discuss about the system software. This topic is related to chapter 3. Okay. In this chapter I will discuss about the softwares. Okay. In previous classes I already have defined what is software, what is program, and what is programmer. Once again I am going to discuss about what is software. As you all know that our computer is a dumb machine. Dumb machine means what? It cannot perform any task without the user instruction. Okay. Then one question arises here: in what form we will give the instruction to the computer? By speaking we cannot give the instruction to the computer. We all give instruction to the computer in the form of code, in the form of statements. Okay. These statements or codes as we give to the computer to perform any task are called program. Okay. So what is program? A set of instruction given to computer to perform any task. A set of statement, a set of code given to computer given to computer to perform any task is called program. Okay. And the person who writes the program is called programmer. Okay. And when we assemble lots of program together, that it becomes a software. That is, collection of different program is called software. Okay, clear? So as you know that our software is categorized into two parts. Okay, first is system software and second is application software. Okay, so here I will discuss about the system software. Okay, first of all, you know that system software name is system. That means it control and operate the hardware components of the computer. Okay, hardware components of the computer. Once again, what is system software? It is a set of program. It is a collection of program. It is a collection of master program that controls and coordinate all the hardware components and make them and enable them functioning properly. Okay, clear? So it controls all the activity, all the operations, all the tasks given to the computer. Okay. So this is the system software. It is responsible for all the devices to bring them in working mode. Okay, clear? And as you know that our system software of four types: operating system, language processor, utility software, and the device driver. These are the four types of our operating system. System software. Okay. So first of all, today I will discuss about only operating system. Okay. Name is operating system. Operating means what? Operation. Operation means what? To execute. Execute means what? To convert the user's input data into the result. Okay. What is the task of operating system? It converts the user data into the result. Okay. First of all, I will discuss about the work of the system software. First, input. What is the function of system software? First is input. Input means what? It accepts the input from the user side and send to the processor. Number 2, processing. Processing means what? It executes the inputted data. It convert the inputted data into the meaningful result. Number 3, output. Okay, so our system software is responsible for displaying the output on the screen. Okay, next, memory. So what you can see here for performing this task, we require so many hardware components. Okay, so you can now see that our system software perform all these functions. That means it accepts the input from the user side by using the input devices. Okay. After that, it sends the inputted data to the processor to performing any task, and when the processing is done, it displays the output on the screen. Clear? And when output is displayed, it also manages the memory unit to store the data permanently. Okay. Clear? So what is operating system? Here we will discuss. Okay, the operating system is a set of program, a collection of program to which operate the working of our system. Okay, namely this is the main software which operate all the functions, all the tasks, all the operations held in our computer. Okay, this is also called master software. Master software means what? This is the main software which handle which takes the decision, which manages all the units, all the devices which are available in our computer. Okay, it takes all the decisions. Okay, clear? And this is the main platform. This is the main platform where the user can work. Clear? So what you can see here. Okay, so you can see here. Suppose you have hardware. Okay, you have hardware. Then after we install the system software. What we install? System software. That means operating system. Okay, when we assemble the hardware component, the first software is required to bring the computer in working mode is our operating system. When operating system is installed, then we install the application software. Okay, then user. Okay, so what you can see here, this is the interface between our operating system is the interface between hardware and the user. Okay, so hardware, this system software or operating system enables the hardware components to become in working mode. When this hardware comes in working mode by the use of this operating system, then application softwares are installed in this. Then user can perform tasks on the operating application software. Okay, clear? So for example, suppose that in our school our principal sir is the main or head or master of this institution. Okay, he has power to take decision, he has power to manage all the functions in his school. Okay, if principal sir is not present, then all the tasks are unorganized. Okay, in the same way, if the operating system is not available in our computer system, then all the activities, all the operations are unorganized. No any activity or operations or tasks can be executed, can be performed in our computer system. Okay, so it is just like a master program. Okay, master program is what? Master software which cooperate and handle all the activities and operations of our system. Okay, so what you see here, this is the function of the operating system. First is processor management. Okay, you know that our computer is a multitasking device. That means multiple tasks are sent to the processor for execution. Okay, so in this way, our operating system manages the processor and send the task in queue, in sequence. Okay, so that our processor does not become busy at a time. Okay, first come first serve techniques are being processed by the operating system. So our processor can perform all the tasks very easily and smoothly. Next is device management. What? You know that as soon as we start the computer, our operating system detect all the devices are working or not. If the devices are working, it's okay. Otherwise, it provides the relevant message to the user whether the device is working or not, whether devices are recognized by the operating system or not. Okay, and it manages all the devices, all the units connected to it. It brings in the working mode. Clear? Next is memory management. You all know that our computer is at a time we can perform the multiple tasks, and all the current running program and application are installed on the RAM. Okay, when the application is complete, when our task is complete, we close the application. In the same way, our operating system removes that application from the RAM, from the memory, from the primary memory. Okay, and if we save the task, it saves to the secondary memory. Okay, so it provides the location of that file in the secondary memory. So what you see here, it manages the memory. When application is closed, it removes that from the RAM. Okay, and the space is also available for the next application. Next, input output devices. Okay, you know that we provide any data, any instruction by the use of input devices. Okay, and after processing, display the result on the output devices. So it accepts the data from the input devices and sent to the processor by the process management. And when the process is executed, that is, the data is converted into the information, converted into the result, the data is get processed, display on the output devices. So input and output devices are also management. Input output is what? Clear? Input output is not, it accepts the input from the user and after display the result on the Next is security management. You can see here, this is the main unit of the computer which make our files, data, information secure to save it from the unauthorized user. Okay, that means security management means what? It saves our data, files, software, application which are available in our computer from the access by the unauthorized user. So you have seen that in our operating system we generally require password, user ID, whatever the. Okay. Next is error detection. Error detection means what? It when we boot our operating system, when we boot our computer, while operating system installed on the RAM, it detects all the devices. If there is any error in the devices, clear, then it detects that error and inform the user, okay, whether it is working or not. So any error taking place in our computer, this is being informed by the operating system to the user to rectify it, to troubleshoot it. Okay. Next is task management. Task management means what? Our computer perform multiple tasks. Okay. If all the tasks are sent at the same time to the processor, our processor will become busy. It will reduce the performance of our system. Okay. So it manages all the tasks and send the tasks in the sequence to the processor. So one by one tasks are executed, and in this way our processor does not become busy at the same time, and it performs smoothly all the tasks, and it will improve the working of our system. Next, job scheduling. Job scheduling is what? It provides jobs to the every unit of the computer. As you know that user gives multiple jobs to the computer, and it gives jobs to the different units at the same time. Clear? Next is that file management. Okay. File management means what? You know that we perform several operations on the files, as we cut, copy, paste, move, delete, create. These are the operations we perform on the files available in our computer. So our operating system helps in performing these all tasks. So this is called file management. File management means what? Whatever the operations we perform on the file, like edit, create, delete, cut, copy, paste, move, etc. Okay, these are the basic operations we perform in the operating system. So this is enough for today. In next class I will discuss about the language processor. Okay, thanks.